Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenta Outdoors. My name's Al Tenta. In today's video, we're going to discuss Alone Season 10, Episode 1. Stick around. Hold on 1 second. There's a mosquito right on the camera. So on Thursday night, I sat down with family and friends to watch Episode 1 of Alone Season 10. And I tell you, I've been waiting a long time for this. I mean, the process that I went through to prepare for this show, and it was just a really surreal, exciting experience that I had on Thursday night, in leading up to the show. And I was nervous because, they're taking all those hours of footage and they can portray you in any way they want. I mean, I had times when I was angry, I was sad, and I know, so with editing, you never really know what your story is going to be. So I think that's what I was most nervous about on Thursday night. It was a really cool experience to watch that with family and friends. So I want to talk a little bit about the pre-show, introducing all the cast, not just dropping them off, but actually viewers being able to see what it was like leading up to the show and the relationships that each contestant had with the other contestants. A lot of people ask me like, oh, have you met the other contestants before? And I think that really answered a lot of questions that the viewers had. Yeah, we spent almost 2 weeks together prior to drop. Another thing I think the pre-show did, it made the contestants a lot more relatable to the viewers. It gave insight into our entire experience leading up to the show, not just our experiences after drop. I've had a lot of people also ask me, so you're really alone? There's no camera crew? And I think the pre-drop show really helped viewers understand that we're dropped off. We do all our own filming besides the B-roll. I also like how it gave a glimpse of the crew and the role the crew had with the production of the show. I love the interview with the cameraman, Cable. They talked to the safety guys, and they talked to the survival consultants as well. And that we did have a little bit of pre-training before we got dropped, like what plants were poisonous, what plants maybe we could utilize. It just answered a lot of questions for the viewers. My debut on the show was stripping down in my bright yellow merino wool skin tight underpants. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? I wish I had filmed my reaction when they showed me doing that. Oh my gosh. I can't say I was wild about my first appearance on this season, but hey. Then they showed me making a fishing lure, that wooden plug with some inner strands of paracord attached to the hook. And then that evening catching a lake trout, hand lining. They showed me gutting it on the beach, and I was happy to see that it was full of roe, which is super high in fats and oils, and actually more valuable than the flesh of the fish itself. So even though at that time I wasn't overly hungry because it was so early in the game and I'd gained so much weight, I knew that I had to eat it. I mean, I remember talking about bears, grizzly bears who are feeding on salmon in the river systems. They will only eat the skin and eggs of a fish and leave the meat if there's lots of fish to be had. So I knew that I had to eat it, even though I wasn't hungry. And some people are wondering why I didn't eat them raw. Previous seasons of Alone, people who did eat the raw fish eggs, 2 of them became ill, and I did not want to take that chance. And it was kind of funny because they showed Lee just slurping them down like nothing. It was delicious. And then they showed me cooking them up and gagging. So I thought that was kind of funny. But the reasons why were simply because I was nervous about becoming ill. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I could have slurped down all those fish eggs raw. But I discovered that cooking them didn't make it much better. But I got through it, I ate them. My final scene on episode 1 involved my experience with the owl. It was one of the most spiritual experiences of my life. It might be hard for some people to relate to that, but the show made it seem like it only went on for about 45 seconds or so. But in truth, that owl, he came, circled around me, landed on the ground, went from tree to tree, and would leave. And it left for sometimes up to 5 minutes. But then it would come back, and it would do the same thing, circling, landing. And this went on 3 or 4 times. And I think they did a good job editing it and really capturing how it impacted me. And I can only imagine how emotional it would have been for my mom to watch that scene. So yeah, it was pretty intense. And it was just a wild, spiritual experience. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to tune into Alone episode 2 next Thursday night. I will be doing another recap video after that episode as well. Don't forget to tune in. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Al Tenta. This is Tenta Outdoors. We'll see you next time.